start.
Again, though, for Ulfhednar, their main vision, their main sight is still, we're going to counter the Bruno. We don't want to pick it up just yet, ladies and gentlemen. Without further ado, I know you guys are all hyped for this. Aurora MLBB takes on Ulfhednar in game number 1. Momentum is very, very important in the best of 3, and both these teams are no stranger to the best of 3. Welcome to the Land of Dawn for game number 1. Tianzi and Demon Kite both starting on purple.
Okay, so both of them aren't really, are actually used to pressure. Because if you can recall during MSC, Rosa actually said, and the rest of Ulfhednar said that they always have a first game series curse where they always lose the first series, but this time they lost 2 already. And Aurora's used to climbing out of the lower bracket, so they're used to this pressure now. It's just going to boil down to who is going to rise above that pressure.
Well, you guys can certainly rise in-game if you guys want to get, you know, some cool skins for you, some actual exclusive skins too, like the Claude M6 Challenger Spark. Go ahead and complete all active tasks during the event to reach level 75 for free. Get amazing rewards, including the Claude Battle Emote too, and also that Glory Avatar Border. Ulfhednar, early on, I mean, taking a look at the... Oh, Sunshine actually going for the Quantum Charge. Usually we see more of the Impure Rage for the Granger in the lane. And it is still the same, though, for the Festival of Blood and also the Rupture. Master Assassin for Domeng.
Yeah.
He's really gaining that confidence on the world stage.
Again, he's not going to be considered the next standard if he hasn't proven himself, but this time he has to. Okay, an early engage coming in from both of these teams. Of First Blood onto the Hitman. Not looking good, but Yue wants to answer, and there is the Revitalize, the Sustain coming in from Ulfhednar.
Great start to the game for Ulfhednar. Good timing, too. Despite the fact that Renegade here has gone for the Concussive Blast. The mid-prio still, Ulfhednar was able to fight it off. And unfortunately, they're going to have to wait a bit longer. Edward on the Brave Smite. It's all about sustain here in these team fights. And Edward with Yue, they'll both be able to get level 4. Apex 47 still level 3 with Renegade. And Alien's going to be delayed quite a bit.
Okay.
Ulfhednar have to concede.
And Aurora MLBB looks like it's going to be an uncontested turtle for them. Hey. But they still want to go for the clash.
There you go. With the Cursed Blood coming down. Rosa in the back just free hitting. Apex 47 staying alive. Renegade falling. Apex picks up the kill, Yue!
Goes in and brings down one more, but the counter-attack coming in for Ulfhednar. There's the Feather Air Strike to bring down Yue, and it looks like Aurora bit more than they could chew during that clash. They already got the turtle, but I think they got a bit of greedy.
Oh, Domeng! Sunshine's gonna go and gun him down for a bit. He's gotta respect the damage. Tianzi!
Okay, Tianzi. Very, very, very in a peculiar spot there. Got taken down once again from Aurora, so Aurora still, they're relaxed. They know that they can look for the trades that they're wanting for. They know their power spike, the capabilities of their lineup, so they're gonna try and be as disciplined as possible. But again, we know the playstyle of Ulfhednar. They really rely on the mid-trio, the aggression. They invade as much as possible, and they could do this with the current composition that they have. Again, they have the Joy. And at the same time, we've seen this yesterday with Ulfhednar when they were actually ahead 4K gold lead in 5 minutes up against SRG. But for some reason, SRG was able to turn things back. So if Aurora managed to do that up against Ulfhednar, they could take game 1.
You gotta be clinical in these initiations, though. We heard exactly what Lofel said earlier in the panel. Ulfhednar, they played the game perfect up until turtle number 2. Even in turtle number 2, it was right Apex. Stunned up, no pressure here. Apex will just take a bit of damage there. But Ulfhednar's setup has been really, really good. It's just the fact that Sky's got that crazy retribution in turtle number 2. So Aurora, can they do the same thing? They have a chance to do it. They have Suyo. Now they're going to try to look for a possible dive, but Sunshine's holding in this lane so well.
Okay, so this is where the discipline from Aurora is showing once again. They're showcasing their discipline, their macro. They know that they can go for the over-aggressive, over dives that they've been showing for the past 2 days. They really want to play this as safely as possible because they have the Bruno. And again, looking at the stats, Bruno has a 72% win rate all throughout the M6.
Both teams are hovering over turtle number 2. This was the spot that Ulfhednar lost their swing, their gold lead. It swung back to SRG. We also heard from Osprey, the coach of Ulfhednar, that the PH teams, they like stalling the game. And so far, I think Aurora has been doing a good job at stalling, despite the fact that they are 3 kills down. The gold lead is non-existent. Ulfhednar neutralized. It's completely neutralized, that gold lead. And Aurora are actually taking things real slow. They're not rushing into the neutral objectives.
Because again, they have the chip. That when it comes to those neutral objectives, the late game objectives, the Enhanced Lord, the Evolved Lords, They have the chip, and we saw what Twisted Minds did against RRQ Hoshi for game number 1. That chip was crucial for their macro play. That's why they were able to turn things around. Even losing all the inhibitor turrets, they were able to still win. And now Ulfhednar wanting to get the higher ground on this turtle pit as Aurora MLBB looks to find the trade up top, get the turret instead.
Granger is already very low. Renegade pops a shortcut.
Okay, here comes a shortcut, but will they go there in time? Trying to go for Rosa. Defender Air takes there with the flicker.
Renegade taken down. Alien brought back to the team. Edward going in front of pursuit. Tienzi gonna go on towards the turtle, but Demon Kite wins the red tree battle. Edward caught against 5, jumping in with in front of pursuit. Alien knocked up and taken down by Edward. Now it's Domeng who slide tackles forward. Will be thrown back again, and Apex can't run away. Demon Kite severs his soul.
This time, perfectly executed for Aurora. We have to give a lot of Edward for forcing out the flicker out from Rosa when he casted that feathered airstrike, really displacing the members of Ulfhednar there. That's why they weren't able to maximize the capabilities of their skills, and now they have an established lead of 1.5. Hey, look at Renegade on the back line, stopping Rosa's feathered airstrike once again. Yue with the lantern there. Here comes Tienzi, but Renegade is a bit too deep there, and Ulfhednar will punish that.
That was an interesting dive. You know, I thought the crash course was ready together with the shortcut, but it turns out no. It was still on cooldown, so a bit of an off flank there. Ulfhednar was able to just punish them. Apex wants to continue the charge.
And charging for Domeng. Glorious Pathway is there. 3 members of Ulfhednar might be able to take down the next stander. That was a good initiation from Ulfhednar. And now it looks like they're giving Sunshine huge amount of space to work with.
Renegade looking for the flanks. Tienzi catches him.
Okay, does he have the shortcut though? Again, Renegade looks like he's gonna die, but he was able to cast the crash course right on time.
Sunshine taken down. That's a killing spree for Edward. Tienzi's going wild in the back though as Edward gets isolated completely in front of pursuit with the Crimson Beacon. It's a shutdown.
Oh no, Yue! Looks like he's gonna fall down, but Demon Kite jumps in.
No.
Once again, one more kill will bring down Tienzi, but gets caught up by 3 members of Ulfhednar. The answer is there, but Demon Kite escapes.
Woo! Demon Kite, the smiling demon at the start of the game. He wasn't smiling, but I bet you he's smiling now. A clean escape, but still, it was Aurora losing in the trade. Ulfhednar were able to clinically get the targeting down in the fight, and Renegade's got to be way more careful here. He's in the bush. Are they setting up for something?
Let's see.
Okay, they're chilling for now. Turn number 3 will spawn in the game. Sunshine spots him out, and Ulfhednar have rotated Sunshine together with Domeng. Domeng's actually almost 2 levels ahead.
Yeah, and so far, Aurora MLBB still holding on to this 2K gold lead. They're gonna approach this final turtle tick clinically. Yue just doing out his work, trying to zone out the members of Ulfhednar with the lantern flare. On the other hand, Demon Kite working on the bottom lane. Again, they have the chip, so at any given moment, Demon Kite can be present in the clash, but they're going for Renegade!
Renegade with a flicker route. Tienzi takes him down. Turtle not taken. Demon Kite looking for a trade in the bottom lane. That's a tier 2, and Aurora should be able to get, the tier 1 in the mid lane. Ulfhednar set their sights on the neutral objective. Sunshine clears out the wave. Apex.
Here comes the glorious pathway. Domeng has to use the flicker out, and Edward into the midst of everything, just casting the infernal pursuit. They want to fight it out because Demon Kite is right on time.
Goes for the damage, and Edward cleans him up. Now Yue popping Sunshine out. That's a flicker, and Ulfhednar disengaged. They get the turtle and trade it for Apex and Alien. Tienzi, no, there's no way he goes for that. Just goes for the wave clear in the mid lane. Whew. We got some action here.
I did not expect this game to go this way. Action-packed, 8-12 scoreboard, 8 minutes in. Domeng gonna safely get the turret up top. So that was a good play coming in from Aurora MLBB. They were also able to get the turret down below when Demon Kite was working on it, and the rest of the members of Aurora bought enough time actually for Demon Kite to catch up all the way from the bottom lane to the top turtle pit. That's why they were able to take 2 kills. Although they traded for the turtle, it was well worth it for Aurora MLBB, and now they're ganging up on Renegade.
Electrifying beats, Tienzi looking for Renegade, gets caught! The immobilization, Tienzi goes to the back, gets pulled down by Domeng. Edward caught low.
Edward was able to flicker out, and here comes the counter attack coming in from Aurora MLBB. Demon Kite onto the back line, gonna bring down Sunshine! Another kill! Alien as well will fall down! A double kill for the smiling Demon!
The Demon smiling, alright, especially with that flank. A phenomenal play from Demon Kite to swing it again back to Ulfhednar. 4 members down, and Domeng has that Malefit gun.
Rosa goes in with a feathered airstrike to clear out and zone out the members of Aurora MLBB, saving the inhibitor turret down bottom. And now it's not looking good for Ulfhednar. They have a 5.3k gold lead. Again, it looks like the meta is Bruno wins games. You have a 5.3k gold lead. You also have the chip, so it's not looking good for Ulfhednar right now.
You've got that Milfic gun too, man. Ulfhednar, they stuck to their guns by trying to counter the Bruno. Something that all of us kind of, reacted to already. It was like, oh man, they didn't go for the Bruno on second pick.
Yeah, we thought it was Ulfhednar's chance to showcase the Bruno, especially onto Sunshine, one of the best carries in the tournament. And if you know the rotation of Ulfhednar, they feed a lot of their resources to their jungler and their gold laner, but this time around, it looked like all 5 of them are hungry for gold, are hungry for resources, just to match up the damage and the sustain Aurora MLBB has over them.
Despite the talk about the Bruno, though, I will have to say, the shining member of Aurora so far, it's been Edward and Demon Kite. They've been the one holding Ulfhednar back. Now, First Lord going to be contested. Renegade goes in for the crash course.
Okay, Feather Airstrike coming in from Rosa, but Aurora MLBB will safely take away the Lord and will be disciplined enough to back away, not force anything. They want to actually use the Lord to their advantage as Doming picks up a Rose Gold Meteor.
That's a Rose Gold, dog. A clean, neutral objective take for Aurora MLBB. 6,000 gold lead, and now we see the Filipino discipline. Now we see them take things slow. They were playing in the early game a bit aggressively, but now as they have that gold lead, there's really no reason for them to risk anything. Yue?
Oh, it was too close, but they were able to pop Yue's flicker though. So still Ulfhednar, they were able to get the purple buff and at the same time expend a battle spell. So still a win for Ulfhednar. At the same time, they still have resources to defend up against an incoming Lord down bottom.
Okay, let's take a look at the items here. Still for Sunshine, building towards his third. You can see a big gap in gold for the gold laners here. 9.4k to 6.9k, and that's why we're talking about the Bruno so much, It doesn't look like in this game he's doing too much based on KDA, but in damage department and the fact that Ulfhednar will have to save some of their resources for Doming, like the Feathered Airstrike, it's kind of tough knowing that he can just outrange so many of Ulfhednar's members. Good clear though for Ulfhednar. They have a Farsa, they have a Granger. It should still be okay with First Lord, but man, Aurora, they're gonna go in.
Doming just working on bringing down a bottom inhibitor turret. Now they're gonna transition onto the top lane. Ulfhednar still has a lot of resources to expend for this defense, and Aurora MLBB, no overextensions, even though Renegade was off to a shaky start, 2-3 early kills onto the Hitman. He's playing this disciplined enough. He doesn't want to be over-aggressive, even though he has the flicker. He's just playing it safe right now.
The poke from Sunshine, though it is great, it's not great enough to actually throw Aurora away from the siege. Doming Worldy.
Look at the range.
The poke from Aurora. They're the ones winning out of the poke battle despite the range disadvantage. And now we get to see the player head-to-head. Oh, plus 408 damage per minute, 226 gold per minute ahead as well. It's Bruno. Oh, Tianzi still gets that. Gets the red tree down. Demon Kite doesn't want to commit that retribution. So Tianzi is still a threat that is growing. We saw just how threatening a Joy could be in the late game yesterday in the SRG versus Falcon match. But now it's a bit different.
Yeah.
Aurora have the Bruno.
Yeah. Or at the same time, we could see a repeat when I believe it was Twisted Minds. I forgot their opponent, wherein there was also a chip on the opposing team and a Joy on the opposing team. And the Joy who was defending actually used the shortcut to their advantage to get a win. So who knows, we might see a deja vu moment for Ulfhednar with the Joy.
It's all calm now. It's the calm before the storm as Aurora look to utilize their lead again. You mentioned this, Ingan, early on with the chip. They're waiting for the late game power spike so that they can use the macro advantage, similar to what Twisted Minds did yesterday. And for Ulfhednar, it really is fight or flight. They're gonna have to look for a fight one of these days here. Aurora can play it as slow as they want to.
It's going to depend a lot on DeRosa effectively utilizing the Feathered Airstrike, because so far it always gets cancelled, or he always has to use the flicker to walk away because of the dives Edward is bringing in along with Yue. Yue almost all the time, Crimson Beacons in, flickers in, just to make sure Rosa doesn't capitalize on the utilities that they have, and Aurora MLBB again will successfully take an uncontested Lord.
Now it's an 8,000 gold lead, and it's an enhanced Lord in the 14th minute of the game. Though Ulfhednar have good defenses, is it enough to deal with Doming on the Bruno? Just constantly shooting from so far away with so much utility. Renegade, we'll see in the siege. Doming already sieging mid lane.
Oh, Lord coming in. Rosa in an opposition there. Casted the Feather Airstrike, but cancelled it right away as Ulfhednar trying to save their mid lane turret. They will successfully bring it down, and Domang!
That's a goal! The worldly connects Apex, 47 will fall! Domang's going wild!
Renegade onto the backline, they're going to bring down Alien, 2 members left! They're working on the Crystal! Domang with a Maniac, and Aurora with a game 1 win!
The North